right, again, I have a prototype of some kind. These are always so interesting to me just because they're all packaged differently. They all come differently. This is some huge box, and it's actually pretty heavy too, but what all is involved in it, I don't know. You don't know. That's what's kind of exciting about it, I guess. I almost like these more than Kickstarters, just because with Kickstarters, you already know everything that's coming typically, right? This is like a mystery on quality and quantity and, just what the heck it even is. Open that lid. All right, there we go. It's weird that comes with a lid. And we got a whole bunch of wrapping. All right, so let's go ahead and start. We got some stuff here. Okay, big old tail. Let's got a whole bin of stuff. My goodness, all right. All right, let's see here. I'm assuming minis are in here. Could be tokens, though. I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is, again, each one's kind of different. This is an interesting way to store it. Very modular, I suppose. All right, we've got something down here. Let's see what's all in here. And I think that's it for stuff in here. That's nothing. All right, let's get down and dirty and with this and start unwrapping these. All right, so let's go in and do the big thing first, actually. We'll take a look and see what all of this even is. Again, no real idea here. Let's see. Yeah. Tell you what, they actually packaged this quite well. Like I said, I've had quite a few, and this one is actually pretty darn good. I'm fairly impressed here. I have no idea how they... I don't know if I need to do that or not. I don't know how this is stored, or I guess taped up. More like it, but I can always cut through it. Looks like... Come on. Once I get through here, I might just be able to slide it out. Let's see. Let's see. All right. There we are. And inside here's more packaging. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, this actually is one of the most well-protected things I have seen. And here is a whole bunch of Stormsunder. So let's see here. We got, I believe this is everything except the rule book and scenario book, which I will get in PDF form here soon. They're just now kind of wrapping up a little bit here. Here's Adina. I'm actually using her skin tone for to paint the Egyptian lady, Nefertet, I believe. So that's cool. I love the skin tone, by the way. Let's see, and then Vanessa. Vanessa, you actually saw me unbox, though in the miniature form, she actually has a patch over her kind of disfigurement here, but here it's on full display, which I think is super cool. It looks like each character comes with like, oh, survivor's guilt. That's so you know what must be done. That's kind of interesting. It looks like they come with their own custom stuff here. Then we have Alexander, the vampire dude. Then we have let's see, who is this? Who is this? Karpak Roka. Let me make sure this is actually zoomed in good for you guys. Yeah, it looks like it is. Alright. Oh man, we got so many characters. And we got Winter. Interesting. Very cool. She's like some kind of, I don't know what that is. Demon person, maybe? I'm not sure. Shiny. Finders Keepers. Half demon pirate. There we go. I know who she is. Interesting. I mean, the IP of this game is just insane. Now here we have another vampire. Alexandra. Okay. And then finally, we have a whole bunch of enemies, like the Witch Blood Scorpion and the Makatai Brute. I unboxed him too, so you saw that as well. Alright, then let's see. We got a whole bunch of like tokens and stuff in here. I'm going to open this up and kind of look through it a little bit. This is a lot though. Some custom dice. Looks like they're just kind of a wood. There's even like a texture to them. That's actually kind of cool. Some more cards. Looks like item cards of some kind. We have maybe some AI cards or something like that. I'm not sure. Activation cards. Who knows? Move that, so I'm not really messing with that. Equipment card. Here's some accessories at least. Get the loot. Some weapon cards, like a Furloon Scythe. Some epic gear. Very cool. We got some more tokens and some kind of track of some kind and some character tokens here. Wow. This is going to be a big game. Injury cards. We have... It looks like some attack cards of some kind, like Ruthless Assault or something like that. Maybe level up cards or something. Pharaoh's Charm. Got some more item stuff. We have Change of Plans. Let's see. I don't know what this is per se. Maybe some kind of a card activation system thing. And then it looks like some board tiles here. I'm going to take this out. And let's see. Front and back, yeah. This is very cool quality, actually. I'm digging that. Oh, bad stuff's happened there. Alright, cool. So it looks like kind of at least two main areas here. Alright, so let's actually open up some of this. I don't necessarily need to look at all of the cards. I want to kind of look at the quality. I will say though, and again, I've said this before, when it comes to prototypes, the quality that you get them in, it doesn't necessarily reflect the final game, obviously, but it does show a little bit of the professionalism of the company and how far along they are and stuff like that. If you get something that's really like janky, then you're not really going to, suspect, well, maybe they're not that far along, or, maybe this don't really have it all together or anything, but this is nice. So just quality here, it feels very, it's like a plastic finish almost, right? So it doesn't really feel like I'm touching like parchment paper. It actually is thicker than some games I've had. So these are actually quite decent quality. I think they would definitely crease more than bend, but like they're all straight. Like, so if I flip it like this, you'll see, okay, no, so there is a little bit of a curve there if you notice that. Right there. But that being said, very smooth cut all along here. Those are actually quite nice. Alright, I want to look at like some items and stuff. That's what I want to see. Right, and what kind of stuff are we getting here? Let's go and look at the common items. I'm probably not going to open the epic items. I don't want to like open everything for you guys. Let's see, we got some accessories here. I do want a smaller card pack though, so maybe we'll do this one as well. Yeah, we'll do that. So these like epic items, I'm not going to open up. So let's open these. All right, so look at some of the common items that you might be able to get. And look how much there is. And this is just like the prototype. I don't know how full of a game this is or anything like that, but my goodness, is there a lot here. When I got the box, I'm like, this is like a Kickstarter box. So we got Pharaoh's Storm. We got a couple copies of that. Inquisitor Crossbow, Crimson Goblet, Exhaust to heal self for 10. So exhaust, I'm assuming, is a tap. If I were to use magic terms. Looks like there's maybe 2 of everything. War Shield, this hero has +1 defense if they have no armor when the encounter begins. So you can only have the shield, I guess. Some daggers. Priestess Satchel, oh my goodness. Now, yeah, it looks like it's 2 of everything from what I can tell. But, wow, there's a lot here. I'm assuming this is like defense values here, maybe physical magic. All attacks have +2 BD, but cost 2 health. Bloody Girdle, that's an odd thing. I'm just going to drop these. Let's see here. We got Serpentine Staff, Ruined Molten Blade, Double-Bladed Battle Axe, discard 4, or allies discard 6 to attack with this weapon twice. Jafara's Gateway, some leather armor, Ring of Burning, Dragon Art, Amulet, Shield of the Dead. Must have a mace or flail equipped. That's a cool looking thing. Yeah, this Enchanted Quiver, Infernal Shield, Star-Touched Grimoire. There's a ton of stuff for Band of Souls. Whenever an ally or enemy is downed or slain, heal self for 3. If this hero slays an enemy, heal self for 6. So it's like a lifesteal kind of thing. That's cool. Helm of Inner Flame. Very cool. Tons of stuff here. And this is just, here's some light plate mail, an Ancient Design Fortress. This is just, gives you 2 defense. Doesn't really say anything else. I don't know what all this stuff is. Looks like, you know, you can have heavy armor versus light armor, and where it goes, a witch's hat. Wow. Ton of items. Okay. Let's see if I can fit this back in. I think I'm going to have to split it in half here. I want to stay a little organized here. Let's look at those smaller cards, see how those are, and then look at some of these tokens and stuff that I have. And then I also want to look at some of the player boards and see kind of what somebody comes with. Actually, instead of looking at this, let's just pick a character. So we got Alexander. We got, let's go ahead and look at her because I have her mini. So let's go ahead and see what a character tends to come with here. So first things first is obviously the player card here. And this is fairly thin, but I doubt you're doing much with it. It is, looks like front and back, but there's no difference that I can see. 812, 8555. Oh, no. So one's like a leveled up version, I'm assuming. Here's a 4 here and a 3 here. Again, don't know what all that is. Looks like you put your weapon here, your armor, or another weapon here, your armor, and a companion here. Now, notice some armor had like a head, and so I don't know if there's a part to put there. We got some other kind of traits and just different things about them here. And probably like activation of some kind, health and movement, I would assume. Either way, I like having the art here, and very nice fade here too. I think that's really nice. And then this kind of like black border everywhere. I don't know, a good graphic design, I feel. All right, and then you also get some, it looks like probably abilities. Let's take a look at maybe some of her abilities here. Obviously, I will be providing a review so you guys can know kind of what I think about it when it comes to the Kickstarter, and of course, probably even a day 1 video if I can do it. So we got Cut Down. At any time during an enemy's activation, make a free attack. A woman possessed. At the end of Vanessa's activation, she must activate again. Kind of interesting. Last Stand. Vanessa inflicts and receives double damage until her next activation. Tenacity. All damage against this hero is halved, round up until their next activation. Calculate after armor and defense. And improvised traps. Place an improvised trap token nearby. Assign 6 damage and end the movement at the first enemy to enter that field. And this is level 1, level 2, level 1, level 3, level 4. I don't know what that is, but again, like these are actually fairly nice cards. Like I've received games with worse cards than this prototype, if that says anything. All right, let's look at maybe her equipment, and then we'll finally get to that those smaller cards. It's like it should look a little bit bigger than some, so I'm not sure. So we got the leather coat of the lion, and then just some fluff here. It's 1 damage of or defense of each by the looks of it. And then a feathered helm of the lion. So see right here, we have chest and head, and then it's part of this lion setup. I'm wondering if there's like sets of gear. That would be amazing. I love having set gear. A Giant's Bane crossbow. Okay, probably a distance of 5. You roll that many dice of that color, perhaps. Has 3 BD against elites. I don't know what that is. And on whatever, apply blind. Not sure what that is. And a greater hawk. So she also has a companion who cannot be targeted. And looks like rolls maybe just as good almost, but just has a range of 1. I'm not sure. Movement of 5. Again, don't know how to read all this, but very, very cool. Looks like each character is going to be super unique, which is nice to see. And then finally we have these smaller cards here. Look at this, and then we can look at the tokens and move on to these other packages. Okay, so again, I don't know what all the punch, Survivor's Guild. This attack is free if activated immediately after attacking adjacent targets. You just get a free punch in. It's just 1 green die by the looks of it. Stronger together, gain 2 AP, or an ally gains 2 AP. So you can kind of help out. There's a lot of team play here by the looks of it. Apply stun to a soldier or creature within 3 range. You can throw a rock, you can do some first aid, you can make a dash, you can make a dive with the Greater Hawk. Oh man, they can blind somebody. That's gross. Clone. Discard 1 to select a companion. When it ends its activation, it may activate again. Interesting. Some luck. She's determined. Some support fire requires range. Discard 1 to enhance the attack of a nearby ally. Very cool. So you can kind of interact even while other people are doing stuff. A volley, precision, heavy shot, explosive shot 2. I'm assuming there's an explosive shot 1. Which just tells me that I don't have everything, obviously. There's more to this game than even this. Gain 2 power, and ally gains 1 power. Very cool. I'm loving the ally stuff. Oh, and of course, it's even better with a smaller card. The bigger the card is, the more it like flexes and whatnot. So that's, I guess, a quick look at like a single character and kind of everything they can have there. Interesting enough, here's punch here as well. So they both have punch. So there's some common stuff. It's not like 100% unique. And I don't know if there's classes or what. I don't know. Not yet anyway. I'll let you guys know. All right. All right, so we got that. We got some, you guys want to look at some, you guys kind of saw all this. Let's look at some enemies real quick, I guess. Just real quick. This is going to be a long video either way. You guys know how this is. Okay, so we got the Brute. And again, it looks like 2 different versions. I'm seeing different numbers. So I don't know what the difference is. Then we got this enemy here. And so we got a whole bunch of bugs and stuff, like desert bugs. Looks like an evil vampire, Lord Gregor. A freaking 6-eye Egyptian dude. Some weird beetle shaman. Okay. More Egyptian people. Some inquisitor. Some weird dragon thing. Another vampire there. Anubis dude. Berserker dude there. Looks like some kind of weird wolf thing. That dude's gross. All right. Very big range of enemies. The Egyptian/vampire thing is something I've not seen combined before, but it seems to be working out well for him. So that's cool. All right, look at some tokens. I'm not going to open them all. In fact, so I see some like bigger tokens here. They're the same quality as this board, the board tiles, which is weird. It's like a plastic, actually. I mean, it's actually, I think, a wood, but it's been sealed in like a very interesting way. Very good color, by the way. Like, I'm impressed by the color there. Just looks nice. Let's see. I think the tokens are the exact same as well. Let's go ahead and, I love the two-tone red here. So let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. Very nice. Yeah, so same, it's like this very heavily waxed, sealed, like it feels like plastic. But I don't think it, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it is. Very interesting though. They feel nice. They smell terrible. Like it smells like a factory. That can't be healthy. Like that smells like chemicals hardcore. Which leads me to believe that again, it's either a plastic that still smells or like a heavy varnish. Like I don't know, that's interesting. It almost smells like burnt firewood, which is kind of odd. Ton of tokens though, my goodness. All right, we got that. Oh, let's look at the dice real quick, and then that's the last item here. The dice look like they are So I don't know. Like maybe they're 3D printed. It looks like they have something I could probably scratch. Yeah, see, I can scratch off the paint. So just a thin paint over it. Very interesting. I don't know. The color's cool. These are going to look damaged quick. Again, all prototype. That's fine. It's not supposed to last. Obviously, your dice will be different. I've never seen dice done that way before, though. Very, very interesting. They're actually pretty heavy, which I kind of like, though. Okay. All right. First pack done, huh? Yeah? Easy peasy. Oh, jeez. I don't even know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, that's heavy. Let's do this, and then I think after this is miniatures. Obviously, at the end, if there are miniatures, and you know they're worth it, which they probably are. I'll have a detailed look at the end of the video where you can kind of see them in my kind of filming area where it's really lit up and close up and really high quality and focused nice and all that. When I'm looking at the miniatures themselves, I'll be moving them around and kind of looking at them and commenting on them in kind of a live way. So not the best way for you guys to see it, though you can hear my thoughts on it, and I'll talk over the video at the end. You guys know how this is. I do this all the time. Looks like just more game tiles here, just bigger ones. So again, maybe I can. Do you hear? I think they're plastic. I really do. So it looks like, again, double-sided on all of them. Some great contrast. The grid system is kind of interesting. I like how it kind of blends in, but it gives a lot of movement here. The separation of a line here is interesting, and they're numbered, which is nice. What I like is kind of the OSL effect here, and by the looks of it, I don't know what the minis are to scale here, but it looks like the scale is consistent here. If you recall in Chronicle X, they had like cars that were different sizes and whatnot. But this all seems to be, somebody's piling bones very neatly. That's convenient. It looks, though, like all of this is fairly to scale and a very kind of isometric top-down looking view here. Yeah, even, so you see the size difference in the Scorpion. I'm not so sure about that, but maybe one's a boy, one's a girl. Sometimes insects are bigger that way, or one's a baby. I don't know. Got some blood stains and whatnot. Looks like very much Egyptian. Vampire is the sense that I am getting here. If I do say so myself, probably Egyptian and vampire. Okay, so interesting. So here's a dead person. Very much digital artwork here, FYI. So it's not like it doesn't look or seem hand drawn. A little kind of scratch here. It'll be interesting to see how big this is compared to a mini. It looks like the heads are about the same scale, so that's good, but I'll definitely be putting a mini next to that. Speaking of which, I think that's what this is. So let's move this to the side here. Okay, so I don't want it like in the frame though, it's gonna get annoying. So I'll move it to the side down here. And let's open this up. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay, so this looks slightly painted, actually. It looks like a kind of a very quick, two-tone base coat wash highlight. Let me actually zoom in a little bit more for you guys. Okay, all right. Got my royal rod here. And I love the gargoyles here, by the way. This is a 3D print. You can see the layers here. So those layers show up on a 3D print. And that's just it. Like 3D prints, small tirade here. They can get you good quality like this. Like this looks awesome, right? Upon further inspection, though, you'll get these kind of ridges. You can try and sand them a little bit, but that's going to take forever, especially with integrated, like very detailed stuff like this. Like just sanding this top part, and then again, you start losing some details, like the little dings here and stuff like that. So, just as an FYI, pros and cons to it. Like the kind of inlaid here, the symbol here, the damage everywhere looks cool. Definitely on still kind of a round base. It's hollow here. Just again, 3D print. Looks cool though. I like it. So it looks like I get several of those. I don't know how many pillars I'm going to get. Quite a few. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see, how And so I don't know if this is going to be standard. Again, don't know how the campaign's going to be. Again, I will cover the campaign, so subscribe if you want to see that. But so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe more. How many pillars? So I guess what I'm saying is I don't know. This is a different kind of pillar. If this is going to be standard or an add-on or what. Love the skull here with the inlay work here. That looks cool. I dig that. The kind of like vines or whatever the heck's growing on here looks neat. Again, everything's all damaged. The runes here look cool, and they actually look fairly deep. If they stay this deep in the final production plastic, it'll be fantastic. Because again, as you can see, it takes a wash quite well. Yeah, this is cool. So I'm assuming that's what these are. So a ton of these little terrain pieces, and I don't know if they're objective or what. I mean, sometimes you can incorporate them into the game too, like the pillars are collapsing or something like that. So again, maybe objectives. Maybe this takes place instead of a chest. I'm not sure. What I will say though is this looks cool. I backed Arquise. I might use some of these in Arquise too. These are neat. Love the vases. Love that. This is very, very cool. Again, the kind of the scribed kind of inlay work here looks good. This looks good. I love the broken jars mixed with the regular jars all stacked up. The rim of the base is also textured. I didn't comment on that, I think, in the last one, but I actually really appreciate that. It just looks really cool. It makes it all look kind of the same. And then I'm not tempted to like do this black gray. Instead, I'm just painting it the same as all the rest. The lids are nice. This is cool. This is really well done. That's an interesting color. Very interesting color. I don't know what that is. Like, that's not a gray plastic. Like, that is. I don't know what that is. That's cool, though. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that shield with the rope. Look at that rope is lovely looking. Really, really good. We got a quiver here. And then obviously like just some other broken like pieces of wood. That rope looks great. Very well done. The inlay work on the shield, the rocks and cobblestone. Their sculptors need to get props. So mad props to you sculptors. You guys did a wonderful job designing this. It's looking great. Look at that. So here we got a wand here. And oh, that is cool. That is just neat. Wow, that looks cool. Love the inside broken and oh man, the deep set eyes there. And then of course the wand right there. Man, if I'm finding weapons like that, I swear I'm just nerding out over the different items here. So this is, I don't even know what that is. The first repeat. So there's that one. You've seen that before. We might just have a couple different ones. Yeah, so there it is. Another shield. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is going to be quite the game. I mean, just visually. Look at that. I love that he's leaning. I love that like he is like almost overhanging, but he's not quite, so he's not taking up too much room. Yeah, again with the scroll work and the damage. This looks cool. I'm not sure what this stuff is. I've seen it a few times. I don't know if it's it looks like sand. I bet that's sand. And then look, they even put little rocks in the sand. And there's actually a slight texture, though that doesn't really show up super well. You could actually get a texture paint if you wanted and put just a very slight coat on it if you really wanted to. But otherwise, that looks cool. So it looks like you're going to get a few of those. Look at all of this. My goodness. Man, they are coming all out here. I thought Wild Ascent was expensive, but this is bigger. Okay, so there's 2 bins. And I mean, I got tons of stuff here. So let's go ahead and put these unprotected back in there. Just for now. Just so they're not in the way. And let's see what else we got here. Let's start with this because he's already uncovered here. So again, I'm picking him out like from here. This is like card plastic, rigid, very good. All right, so look at this guy. Wow. Oh, he looks cool. He looks super cool. Make sure that's bright enough for you. There we go. Hopefully that's bright enough. I apologize if that was too dark. I'll see what I can do in post-processing if I need to. My goodness. I guess I also wasn't expecting them to be this dark. But they also have like this wash, dry brush kind of highlight going on here. The tongue coming out here looks good. The teeth are nice and well sculpted. These are really tiny back here. I'm not sure I'd expect like these right here, super tiny. I'm not sure I'd expect that to be in the final production plastic. Looks like several eyes. Looks like 2 eyes, very tiny, but they are sculpted there. All of these ridges are good. These ridges here should still show up. They'll probably the limit. There's skulls in here and looks like bones and stuff as well. This is obviously just a 2-toned paint job, which is cool and it accentuates it a lot, which I appreciate. But man, if you painted these by hand, these look great. All the ridges in here look good. A very, very cool pose. He is hanging off in several different spots, definitely taking it all up, using this textured base as a benefit, so that's good. Holding on to that, super cool. All right, let's put him back in. And next, oh, you guys have seen this. You know who this is. All right, I'm gonna make more of a mess here. Look at him. Wow, 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 wow. So cool. So again, you got that sand texture. There is definitely a texture there, though it is quite fine, which makes sense. I mean, the sand should be fine. So granted there. I hadn't seen the back of him, but this like spine thing coming out is disgusting and cool, and I love it. All the like guys coming up and clawing out, like it's definitely a kind of a necromancer look. The skulls in here, very well sculpted. All the inlay work, especially this stuff here, very well done. Guys, I'm excited. I'm honestly excited. I don't know if you've heard me be this excited before in a prototype unboxing, but wow. Oh man, the wrappings and them coming out in an end like this, very, very cool. Oh my goodness. And again, it's this weird, I don't know what this is. I mean, it looks kind of like a resin of some kind. I just haven't seen this color before, and it kind of has that feel too. Wow. All right. Next up, jeez. I almost feel like it's only downhill from here because those are cool. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so you guys have seen this guy too. Look at him. Very cool. He's got like the forearms coming off. Oh, that's cool. See, again, I like seeing the back of it because you don't always see this. The skulls in here look cool. It seems kind of like a big skull, but maybe not. I'll check. Like this skull seems like it has much more of a jaw than like this one, but I guess he's jaws out. Oh, the 2 skulls there. Very cool. Again, the detail work here is good. I'm not seeing anything too shallow, which is fantastic and a good sign. They definitely realize what they're sculpting for, and it's not resin or a 3D file, but actual production plastic. Let me take this guy out. Take a look at some of his skulls there. No, those are about the same size skulls. Those are good. Yeah, they're just bigger than maybe I suspected. I'll have to look at a person, but that just seems like a big skull. But the scale here seems big too. I'll go ahead and, sorry if that was out of camera, I'll go ahead and at the end of the video, I will compare it to like maybe some Mythic Battles Pantheon minis and, you know, a Rising Sun mini or something like that. You know, I'll compare it to stuff that you're probably used to. Okay, here's this guy. So now I had him before, so you guys have seen him in my previous unboxing. But obviously not, you know, 2-tone printed like this, so that's cool. I dig it. Oh, see, I never even noticed there's like a little scarab beetles down here, and this is again kind of that sand. So when you paint it and you have these rocks and the sand and the little chunks in the sand, and then there's just even a lot going on in the base. This is a fairly flat base too, as far as the mini's concerned. And again, those skulls looks about the same size, so I'm glad to see that's consistent. All right, that was here. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's keep them coming. Here we have another one of these guys. And oh, here's somebody new. Oh my gosh, there's so much bubble wrap. Oh, cool, an angel, look at that. A dude angel even, which I actually really like. Long hair, probably blonde. Very, very immaculate sword. You can see his hands in here, and those look good. Finger details about how I'd like it in the final plastic, so hopefully that's able to be retained. There's some very, 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 very fine detail here that I don't see making it. Same with this detail here, very shallow. The ropes look really, really good, at least these do. These smaller ones are getting kind of close. Again, some very shallow detail here. Oh, he's got a wound on his chest even. Muscle definition looks good. A little shallow here. Looks good in the resin, but again, depending on how they print this, obviously depends on how it ends up. Love the base. It's very different. Still no shoes. I actually like that for the angels, since it looks good. This detail here looks good. Feather is stylized. It's not like a super realistic, like a Etherfield's, like very textured. Instead, it just has like the suggestion of it. That typically means it'll look great in final form as well. Like there's no kind of question about it. You can do that easily, so that's good. Maybe some of this detail's a little shallow. Love the flow though. And again, sculpt design wise, the fact that he's hanging off and his wings are there, and he just like he's centered right around here. So his center of, mass is there, but he's spread out kind of everywhere with this coming this way and the wings going that way. The wings are not symmetrical. This is a little bit more out. I appreciate that. Looks cool. All right, well, so we got a few minis in here. Ooh. Just looks like some more of these. Oh, popped one. Here, I'll show you what I'm working with here. This is how far we are. And yeah, just looks like a few more there. Let's see what's in here. Okay, here's a new one. We got a weapon rack here. Looks super cool. Love it. Love the padding here and everything. This is just cool looking. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. And a lever. Everybody needs a lever in any kind of game like this. Love the gears. Oh, those look cool. Those gears are awesome. Skull there. Inlay work here. Might make it, might not. Everything else looks great. The bolts, the stonework, flooring, all of it. All right. Next we have, looks like some dogs, maybe? What we got here? Oh man, look at this guy. Teeth look cool. This is like a wolf. He still has some fur, but definitely some bone showing as well. And then I don't even know what's going on here. Some armored plating or something. This is like those weird like purple things I think I was seeing. It's using the base very well, standing on these different rocks at different heights. I love seeing the kind of underside of it here, like the side of like a cliff wall sort of thing. Big old chunk here. Very, very well done. And again, look how thick that is. Like, that is so much better than just a flat base. And then it gets super skinny here. Very cool. So you get two of those. Man, there's so much here. Really is. Some more of those guys by the looks of it. Yes, so we got a couple more there. All right. And here we have, oh, look at that. We got a little kind of sand pedestal thingy. I don't know what you call this, but with the little lines here, intricate work here. Again, maybe another objective thing of some kind, but it looks great. And that is a chest and a half. Now, if you want some epic loot in a chest, oh man, look at that. They got like draped cloth on it. Very intricate work all the way around, different styles. Got the latches, got the hinges, some padding here. So you know it's going to be nice and soft inside and cushy for whatever the heck is in there. Oh, that's exciting. How could you not go after this? And we are not done. Also, in here, we have this guy. And he has a whole like display, again, with the cushion. Love that. With like these kind of gauntlets and the armbands and just kind of getting your armor there. But look at that cape. What a fantastic cape. The shield looks good, but that is going to look just amazing painted. This whole thing, like just these display pieces. Like I don't know how well this theme works for D&D per se, but man, those would still be cool. Okay, now it looks like here I have another one of these urns. I'm actually going to put it over there. And the scorpion thing. Oh my goodness. So we got 6 legs plus big old claws, little feeder pincher things, nasty looking tail end, and again using that basing to full effect. Oh, that looks good. Next up, let's see what else we got. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. This is like some demon from Doom. Oh, it's got a stinger. Gross. I.e. awesome. Love it. Lots of little details. Again, those eyes are super tiny, super beady. Which just means you're going to get like a yellow and just dab it and then call it good. And it'll probably show up really cool, actually. Huge ridges here. This is going to take a wash like none other. Has some wrappings on it too. Very cool. I don't even know what these side claws are. I'm assuming that this is multi-piece. I mean, just based off the sculpt here, but I'm not really able to see it. Again, with 3D print, they were able to do it. I don't know how to look in the final, assembly with ABS or PVC or anything like that, but definitely a cool design. And, oh, this guy is awesome. Love the sword. Love the shape, the inlay, the kind of big chunks and stuff out here, how he's holding it, like right at his waist. His kind of open snarl, not like a huge yell. It's not like his mouth is super open, which I appreciate. There's some like spikes coming out of his back. It's all gross. Oh, so right here, look, you should be able to see this. Very well defined. I think it's very fuzzy here. Obviously, this is a prototype. They have plenty of time to work on the miniature sculpts. And as they print out stuff like this, they will be able to tell. You see the little posts from the 3D print where it gets a little fuzzy. Oh, I need to pop that out in the render so that it really comes out well. Same with like this detail here that's very soft. So this one has a few touch-ups that need to happen, but sculpt design wise, like it's harder to fix that, right? You can pop out details and make things come out a little bit more. You select it in the thing and you can actually just move it out and it'll look great. Oh, this is cool. Love his how muscular he is, and just I love his like kind of samurai Bushido kind of hairstyle. Goes well with the sword stance and all that. Okay, looks like we got a few of those. Here's another one. And this is the last one of this tray. And I think we just have one more tray, which is probably like some of the characters and stuff that I unboxed. And here's another one. So you get 3 of those guys. All right. And that is one magnificent tray. So let's get to the other one. All right, you guys are just going to see a mess here for a little bit while I open this. But I like to still keep it in the video just so I don't get the whole, like, I don't know, sometimes people have complained if I have pre-opened something or whatnot. You never can tell how people will react. So there you go. You saw me open it. Sort of all zoomed in. All right. Now this is, I'm seeing different colors here, so let's see what's going on here. Here we have some more chests, or yeah, just different chests here. Different pedestals. It looks like there's a scepter there. You got 2 of those. And then here, I have another one of these. Several more of those. Okay. Man, it's going to go quick if it's a repeats. Oh man, so much wrapping. There's anything in there. Another lever. A couple more levers. All right. Let's move on along. Here we have freaking double crossbow lady here. So always interesting when you get a kneeling miniature, just because it's not done very often. I like seeing the foot actually come out here. And seeing how this is draped over her leg, and she's kind of holding it up there. She's not looking straight forward, and her arms do not look quite symmetrical. This one looks like it's raised maybe a little bit higher, and see how it's at an angle where this one's straight. I appreciate that. Doesn't look so robotic. Again, the bolts are on the side, which I like. A little kind of vampire demon looking thing on the back, which is interesting. I will say here, again, some of these details are a little small. Again, this is just a 3D print. Again, they can change renders, but just noting it. So like there's some kind of detail here, but it's pretty much lost. This looks good. Helmet looks good, though in the back, maybe those lines need to be enhanced a little bit. I very much enjoy seeing the bolts kind of down on the ground as well. And then this little bit of a wall here adds a lot to the miniature. Otherwise it'd just be kind of flat, but that actually does pretty good. I like seeing that. Now it looks like I'm going to throw it on the ground. Now it looks like there's more in here. So let's take a look. Here we have, okay, just another one of the scorpion people. I'm going to, make sure these are stored nicely. Right now I'm just trying to unbox it. So a couple of these. So these I'm assuming are actually, just these crossbow wielders that can come in and fight you. And you have to fight them. Again, very interesting that they're kneeling. I like that. Changes it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, how many of these do we have? Lots. Lots and lots. All right. And then here we go. So you've seen her already once before. So this is just a different, printing of her. So I'm not going to spend too much time on her. I think her name's Vanessa, right? But I've commented enough. Here you can see I had attached this at the end of the video in the last one. Here it came safe and sound. And then we also have this person here. Love the kind of straight leg thing here. Again, I love the little bit of topography there. Very, very well done. Very cool skull buckle thing. Nice big satchel. Love the swords. The design's cool. They match. Oh, that is a cool cape. This cape is sweet. Like, I love the side capes here. I've seen capes that are just like this without the middle part. I like it combined though. That looks cool. Some ornate kind of stuff on there. The hair looks good. She actually has ears. Her fingers look good. Again, that's about how detailed I'd want them in the final production plastic here. Right here on the side, the strap is very blurry. Again, a lot of this I have a feeling is actually the print and not the render. Kind of hard to tell. So I can just comment on what I have. As always, the prototype, her eyebrows are not symmetrical. So she's kind of has this eyebrow up a little bit by the looks of it. She's got cheekbones, lips, nose. Yeah, very well detailed. Oh, I was going to compare scale. So it looks pretty close. He might be a little bit bigger, right? So the head's pretty big. The hand's pretty big, and he goes like, here's her foot. So he's pretty large. That being said, could have been a giant. Don't know. Ooh, that was loud. Just something to note. All right, let's keep going. Keep going. Here we have whatever the heck. Oh, this is the shaman beetle thing. Oh, this is, again, so unique. Like, where else are you going to get this? Love the huge amount of, like, charms, but the looks of it here is square ones and round ones here. That looks cool. Rib cage, gross. Face, gross. Shield looks very cool. I love the stitching on it. Very fat booty, which I always appreciate the fat booty. But no, that looks cool. Love the ridges there. Leg looks good. There's not really a part in here that looks like it's filler, which I like. The end of the kind of staff thing he has is good. Stitching on here is good. The gold on there will look cool. This doesn't look so cool painted. One of the more simpler bases, but I actually like this one because it's mostly sand. You don't get a lot of those. You got a little bit of a beetle there. Beetle with the beetle. He is cool. Look, and you get more than one. Of course you do. Love it. Those are cool. Let's put them in like that for now. All right, looks like another beetle here. Got all the shamans you could ever want. And another beetle here. Boop. Okay. Here we have another kind of bad guy. This is some mummy. Looks like still coming out of the sand. Looks like he's just bursting out. You can see it kind of flowing out as he's going there. He's even got, I don't know if that's a beetle kneecap or if it's a beetle crawling on him, but either way it looks cool. Some soft details here in this print. Looks like he doesn't have a hand. He just has a, oh, maybe he's holding it right there. It's kind of hard to tell because it's all wrapped up. The face, though, is super cool. Love the wrapping. And kind of a side cape here, which, again, looks cool. He's got kind of beetle-like armor everywhere. I like him. And looks like you get at least 3 of those. Oh, and there was a piece in there. I'm just going to put it right back in. And I can glue that no problem. In fact, it may have come off from right here. Let me see. Yes, it did. So, see, that should be a dagger there. Go figure, I grabbed the one that was broken. All right, let's keep going. Keep on trucking. What is this? Okay, another bad guy here. Love the kind of like Eye of Ra sort of kind of thing going on there. And again, another beetle thing. Love this tattered kind of cloak stuff they have going on here. Very, very cool. Again, some soft details there. Very interesting sword. I like that. Like all of them are fancy. Nobody's just using a plain sword. I can tell you that much. Looks like you get probably 3 of those as well. Looks like 3 is a pretty common one. I think I've seen some 5s too. You know, who knows? Oh man, look at this guy. Very cool, very ornate. Now we're getting fancy. The detail in here is very small. It works for this. Just want to see that in the final production, of course. Fins are cool. Again, with the kind of bat, so the vampire is pretty obvious. The like spine-looking whip looks really, really sweet. Love their kind of armor they have here. Again, with the bat, these Batman wannabes. I don't know if they're wearing hockey pants or not. Flowing cape. Some kind of like crest thing. Hair looks good. Yeah, cool mini. Great pose too. I love, again, that's coming off here. He's farther back. There's a lot of space up front. And the texture on here is, as always, very cool. And looks like another one of those normal bad guys with the vampire person. Okay. Moving right along, we have... Oh, the like gross fat dude. Look at this. Very cool. Very regal, right? He's got his draped cloth everywhere and kind of padded armor and fur and, you know, kind of like a clown jester kind of thing, which is kind of funny. He's definitely got his goblet. He's drinking. It looks like he's got a ring. He's got like 5 necks. This looks cool too. I like this design here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Definitely kind of almost like the master planner dude, but doesn't actually do the fighting, considering he has... he does have a weapon. at least right here. A little bit of one, and along with some satchels and whatnot. We have another mini here. I love this pose. So again, kind of turned to the side a little bit, looking at his blade, holding this one. He's got a few here, lots of belts. The dude is not, his pants are not going to fall down anytime soon. Very Final Fantasy of him. Let's see, it looks like this is where he pulled it out on that scabbard. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 blades. Kind of the feather cloak plus this. These are so cool. These are awesome. Love the side part here too. I'm looking for a bat symbol. Normally I have bat symbols, but I do not see a bat symbol on him. So he might be a different faction, or maybe they just don't all have it. Great basing. Love how it kind of piled up there. I love the kind of water great splash that's going on there. Very cool. And again, not your typical action pose, which I actually like. Okay, she's actually got some flintlock pistols, which is cool. She's almost got like a saloon girl kind of style armor set here. And then these huge like knee ornate armor things. She's got a chest behind her. I'd be protecting that too. Oh, she's like the half demon. So she's got her tail. She's got her horns. Very cool hair. Lots of different doodads. She's definitely been out exploring for quite a while. Stepping on here is cool. Armor's cool. I love that her head is actually back a little bit. So if you notice here, her head is actually like tilted, which I think is very, very neat. Very much like that. That's cool. Rope here looks good. Wood looks good. I like that she's just leaning her head back a little bit. As she, even this is turned too. And I love the sleeves. Those are cool too. Very interesting mini. Very interesting. And let's see who this is. Now we're getting to the heroes. Look at this guy. Oh man, he's ready to go. He's like the Aztec looking kind of dude here, which again, just why not? Let's just throw in more themes here. The skulls look good. They look to scale. Love the vines and everything. Definitely using the terrain here to its fullest. This looks amazing. All of it. I love the face here. The shield is one of the more unique shields. Very thick, which I really like. This fur style is super cool. I love that. I don't think I've ever seen that in a mini before. I love the style of it though. That looks awesome. And again, nobody's using a plain weapon. This is a very ornate hammer with some faces. You're going to get hit by the hippo face there. What a cool mini. All right. Let's see here. Here we got 2 as well. So again, using the terrain very well. And the chain looks good. Really enjoying the chain. These things coming off her back are interesting too. Hair looks good like that. It gets a little soft there. I love the style though, especially this little bit right here. Very styled. And her hands are not just like mittens, which is nice. I like that they're kind of spread out, especially the thumb. She has some claws going on there. And she's kind of scary. And then you get, I think the first person you saw in this unboxing. I love the outstretched holding the cross. This torch here gives some good OSL opportunities. Very, very ornate robes. Love the grimoire kind of on the side there, or Bible or whatever. Looks like it's got a cross in there as well. Loving the changes in these miniatures, like the bases. The base is very cool. Another cross here. Love the band in her hair. Very, very, very cool. She got some good cheekbones, lips, nose, eyes, all that. Cool mini. Looks like here we have another kind of beetle shaman looking kind of dude. Let's see, he has like a satchel of something going on here. And they missed a spot in the wash. Oh bother, that's okay. Very cool detail here. Oh my gosh, he's like a freaking pack rat. He's got like 3 satchels here, a big one here, some scrolls, some potions, so another satchel here. Wow, he's ready to travel, I guess. Love these kind of wing, kind of antenna things. Super cool addition. I was not expecting this much, that's for sure. My goodness. All right. Okay, now we got this guy. It looks like I'm going to have to straighten his blade a little bit. Look at that, it's actually pretty bendy. Very cool armor, though, and cool pose. Feet together, this one to the side and in the back, this one in the front and straight. There's a half, like, freaking destroyed dude here and another person here. Anytime you're surrounded by dismembered body parts, typically means you're pretty bad. Love the high eyebrows, the defined cheeks. Definitely gives it a kind of almost an elf vampire kind of look to it. Very ornate cape. Look at all the detail work on there. Cool, cool, cool. Like him. Love his very straight, long hair as well. That was that guy. All right. Keep on going. Almost on the last row. Okay. Here. Another one of those guys. Two more of those guys. Let's just more of these guys. Last row. Last row on the home stretch here. Man, look at that. And they are ready to throw some spears. And look at that. They got 3 more. So they can attack 4 times. 5. They can probably pick this up too. Like that. Getting a little bent here. Have to give us some TLC. I love the, again, just the angle of it all. It's almost like a backwards C, how he's turned. Definitely just about to chuck that through the air. And maybe he's doing a curveball. Maybe it's supposed to turn around a corner. I don't know. Very cool, though. And again, his teeth are like barred. He's kind of angry and going to be throwing that. There's probably a couple of these in here, I would assume. Yes, there's at least one more in there. I wouldn't be surprised to see one more and have a pair of 3 again. I guess we'll find out. Yep, so here's another one. There's number 3. But there's another mini in here, so let's see. Maybe there's more than 3. There is. Here's number 4. Okay, keep going. Number 5. Oh man, will we get 6? It better be an even number. Yep, there's 6. Okay. And look at this guy. Definitely heavily armored. Got like the eye on a double-bladed axe plus a sickle-looking thing. Kind of more of a lieutenant-looking kind of guy. Again, they all have different capes, and I love that. Terrain looks good, too. I like that. I love any time that the mini's essentially kind of sideways, right? Like, you would think this would be straight, but instead he's like this, right? But even then, not quite as an angle. So he's like, that's straight for him. I really like that. And you get a couple of those. Okay. Again, gonna have to, and like I said, this is not final production plastic at all, so I'll have to straighten this out. Love the heavily armored thing here. A giant kind of bat-like thing, so I'm assuming maybe a part of the vampires. Yes, here's another bat. You can always tell. Even maybe some more style bats here. One of the flatter bases, but they have this cool grate on it, and this goes all the way down. Plus another bat. That's important. Can't ever have too many bats. Very spiky armor. Very cool. Probably get multiple of those. Yes. 2 more. 2 more of the same thing even. And let's see here. Final one. Looks like that is it. So 2 more of these. All right, let's go ahead and meet back up at the final turntable, and I'll give my final thoughts. All right, guys, here we are at the final shot of all the miniatures in high quality here. Hope you appreciate the effort it takes to line this up and have it even semi-centered. It actually takes more time than you'd think. And I must say, I am so impressed with these. This is my first time seeing it at this like super up close bright like you guys are as well. And it is not disappointing. Sometimes you see this like my miniature paintings and you're like, oof, Oh man, maybe you shouldn't see the miniature that close, but these actually look really, really good. And it's not just detail. Detail is detail, and anybody can do it if they get hard enough plastic and a sculptor with enough time on his hands. But to actually have an interesting pose, like to have the snarling dude, and first of all, just the creature design in general, right? He's like kind of muscly, but then has these weird, like ribbed portions as well, and how he's grabbing the rock and the skulls mixed in there, and like the freaking people climbing out, the mummies climbing out and grabbing him as he like raises them from the dead, and his like internal weird intestine grossness or whatever the heck's going on in there. Just so cool. I think he's got snakes on his head. I don't know what's up with this dude. Again, his stomach and torso are not human, right? He's definitely an odd duck there, but just these guys are so cool. And I don't know. I mean, I appreciate the design. Am I the only one this jazzed about this? I feel going a little crazy here. This has come out of nowhere. I had seen a few, sneak peeks and whatnot of Stormsunder early on, but man, once they started opening the floodgates, man, I'm flooded. I'm just getting swept up. These are just really, really cool. So this is a fun one. This is kind of the more normal sized people-ish. It looks like a big, it looks like an orc dude, but he might be a vampire. I'm not sure if there are any orcs here, but we know we got angels. And we also got some pillars too. And I actually like how the pillars are about as tall as them. It might have been nice to maybe make it a smidge taller than a normal human, but the problem is that, first of all, they're all in such dynamic poses, which is good, and they're all on some bases that are actually sculpted, which again is good. But you can see kind of the general flow of everything here. Now, so that sarcophagus looking kind of statue thing might be a tiny bit small proportion-wise, just because it looks maybe a little bit smaller than a person here. Though again, we're looking at some weird orc vampire samurai Bushido freaking dude with a top knot and a dress and an angel like jumping off of sideways rocks. So who am I to judge scale here? And yeah, I don't know. I like the stylized feathers. Actually, it goes very well with the armor. I love how all the armor is like inlaid. I love this like, very angry looking dude. It looks like he's from Doom. I don't know what's going on there, but, and I hope you enjoy skulls. I actually love painting skulls. I just do it. Screaming Skull from Citadel. Agrax Shade Wash. Once that dries, puts the Screaming Skull back on as a highlight. Bam, you're done. They look great. I love them. So more skulls the merrier. That's fine. I think some of these are going to be like gold or something like that. Now, this is a welcome surprise. I was not expecting any of these, and I love them all. They were just great looking objective kind of things. I love the whole barricade style of them. I love the like found weapons. I can see me using these all over the place. These levers are going to be used in an arena. That's just going to happen. So I hope arena's prepared for that, because same with the chest. I think it's a sweet chest. The armor display is so cool, and I love how there's one laying on the ground like it's fallen, like it's been a little ransacked even maybe, and the padding on it is just, just come on, this is fun. I was not expecting any of these. So the fact that these are here, really, really cool. By the way, the Kickstarter preview page is up. It's linked in the description below, so you can see what you have to buy to get these. I don't believe any of these are actually core box. I believe they are part of an expansion, but they're not like a single one-off like terrain expansion either. They're just part of the game. They're part of one of the game. It's a huge game, obviously. But yeah, anyway, just really good stuff. And man, it looks cool shaded like this. By the way, how does this compare to Sundrop by Awakened Realms? I'd love to know. I've never had Sundrop by Awakened Realms, and so I'm just wondering how this is compared to that. But I will say, getting some proper paint on that, especially like that chest with the like the cloth down there and the metallic guns on that cushioned display. It'll look cool once it's painted. Moving right along, we have some short guys. So, I didn't want a whole bunch of like short people and then tall people got to be zoomed out more. I wanted to be able to zoom in on this for you guys so you can see them up close. And again, I'm really impressed with the 3D prints here. They've cleaned up nice. They are looking good. These are paint worthy. These are nice. I'm more than happy with all of these. The blade on that guy is mildly banana, but not too banana. So that's good. I want to let it revolve around again just so you can really see that. I've commented on it. Crossbows look good. I don't know quite about the detail. The wash didn't really bring it out too much, so I'll have to see. Once you start getting painted, but the face inside of that helmet, that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, this dude, his carapace looks cool. Again, I love how he's twisted. I love his tail being up there. I love how thick the tail is. Just the overall design and everything's really cool. So here you're going to see kind of you see how thick that blade is, and I think the other blade is almost maybe a little bit thicker. Obviously, a lot of times you need thick blades unless you're doing an ABS, and these are all 3D printed, so they're not mixed like that. So we'll see how it ends up, but there you can see right now the side of the blade there. Not too bad. The Tainted Grail had more banana blades than that, but that's typically the name for them is banana blades because they get really thick. All right, now we have more enemies, and then at the very end we're gonna have heroes. I love these beetle dudes. I cannot wait to paint the beetle dudes. Like, they're just gonna be cool. They remind me of like Geonosians from Clone Wars, Star Wars, if you've seen episode 2 or the cartoons or anything like that. And I love it. I love like this kind of tribal warrior shamanistic dudes with these huge abdomens and wings, and it's just ridiculous and cool. What a great addition. I really like them. I think they're going to add a lot of variety to it, because you have kind of the Egyptian people, you have the mummy people, you have the vampires, and then you have these like scorpions and beetle people, and it's a cool addition. Their armor, by the way, ridiculously intricate, to the point where it's almost too much. I actually prefer to paint a little bit less detail. Detail is great and it's beautiful, but it takes a long time, and so as a painter that already takes a while, sometimes I just want to get it done. So you're gonna need a happy medium here. Like this guy, I think is great. Detail wise, I think it's perfect. I love his shoes. I love his like padded armor underneath, his like little neck thingy, his huge goblet, his disgusting, I just realized his ears. He's a vampire. I did not realize I've never seen a balding vampire before. That's something new. Alright, and finally the heroes. These just go without saying. Just, again, great sculpts, great design. Again, I love that head back. I love, the chick in the back right now just fully going on. I love how regal this guy is. And notice he's off center. He's not like in the middle of his base. He's off to the right. And then in the back. It's so cool. Her with her outstretched arm. Just so cool. I love it. I love the different heights of the bases too. That's also great. I love that some are higher, some are lower. This chick right here is like full on freaking pose. And if you notice her face, she's like even kind of smirking and stuff. It just, again, really cool. This I thought was interesting. I thought about this more, and it looks like, so she's looking down with just her left eye, right? Or her right eye, I guess. She can't even see through her other eye. Anyway, guys, that's it for this unboxing. I know it was long. This is the biggest preview I've had. This is bigger than most games I get. This is a lot. Let me know what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you appreciate the time it takes to, just do these kind of unboxings justice and show you this stuff before you back it, so that when you go and you see the Kickstarter, you see how expensive it is, you can be more confident in backing it, knowing that the prototype is already at this level. I will be doing a review, so subscribe if you want to see that. I'll be doing that here shortly. Actually, by the time you're seeing this, I will have already probably read the rulebook and be started on the campaign book too. So, looking forward to sharing my thoughts with you there as well. As always, a huge shout out to my YouTube members and patrons. They help support this independent channel more than anything. They are the ones that allow me to completely stay honest and open with you guys and to speak my mind, so that you know that if I say something, I firmly believe it. And I also want to thank all of you just for watching, for being here, for commenting, for liking the video, for all that stuff. It's not that I want the YouTube AI to just be appeased or whatever. It's because I enjoy interacting with you guys. You guys see me in the comments all the time, whether it's here, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Kickstarter. I love being a part of this community, and I am so glad to be part of the community with you guys. So thank you, and I will talk to you guys very soon.